On the Turizla, even on the X-Borg, these playmaking heroes, he can pop off. On the Yuzong, a hero that relies heavily on getting a lead in the early game to push that lead in these dives. We'll see how he performs here.
I think we have to see if GEEK fam can really have enough time to maneuver and pressure every single lane. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight into the light of dawn for game number 1 of match number 1, GEEK fam versus DEWA United.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see what will be the conclusion. Again, to remind you, GEEK fam, they need the dub to increase their odds to the upper bracket. Meanwhile, they want to solidify themselves in the 6th position.
Early steal from Shaco, taking away the little purple buff away.
Oh wow, force the flicker onward as well. Shaco now a little bit in trouble, but it seems like Shaco will have mobility to escape.
But this is the concern with a Kaja pick. Recently, with the meta being so aggressive, Kaja is just not as tanky as all the other sustainable engage heroes, and as a result, he is really bullied away from a lot of engagements. But what do the emblems tell about their game plan here, Mirko?
Well, again, I'm taking a quick look around. Nothing really stands out so far. Another onward, though, comes in to interrupt me. Tenacity all around for DEWA United and even for GEEK fam in the gold lane. You would expect the Brody to go for maybe even weapon mastery to push on the snowball a bit further. But knowing Chidera, he just wants to play it safe. He doesn't want to get ganked too much, so it's all about survivability for both of these teams.
It's about reliability, right? More damage would be great, but if you can't really output it, that's fine. But look at Dixon.
Oh, the Retribution has connected as well, but Dixon will have enough resources to escape. That's a wasted retray. It seems like it will be up just a little bit late. Lanaya, though, jumps in. No engages, no first blood here. First 2 minutes.
And again, this is what's dangerous about this Yuzong pick. Usually, if it was a Lapu, yeah, you'll get bullied the same level 1 to 3 against a Paquito, but level 4 is when you can really shift the tides. On Yuzong, even with level 4, I don't really think you can push the issue on the Paquito.
Well, GEEK fam definitely has more pressure in the early game so far, and they're going to try and use that for the turtle. But if level 4 rolls around, Dixon can really zone GEEK fam away with the crowd control immunity, with the Black Dragon form, which is why I think they were focusing more. Look at this!
Oh, good angle. Luke here, chunking keys. Luke, though, will be chunked as well, but it seems like the Earth Shatter does not connect, and the Retribution will fall to the hands of Nile. Take a look at DEWA. They're disengaging. Real world manipulation popped as well. Beloyski caught. Okay, Earth Shatter onto his too, but first blood will go to the hands of Lanaya. Take a look at Kadena, Dixon low. A boy looking for the cheeky kill. It seems like a boy now caught. Lanaya finds a double. Luke will find the kill as well. It's a 2-4-1, but it's still DEWA United here. Looking for fights, Luke. Caught with the slow, but it's a 2-4-1, 2-4-2, technically.
Man, 2-4-2, but the turtle is taken by GEEK fam. I must say, that seems like a worthwhile trade for DEWA, considering that they should be behind in this matchup in the early game. But look at the time's prediction by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G. Mirko, you're the odd one out, but is this a curse?
4-2. That's all I'm going to say. You don't know where the 4-2 is going to be. But again, Chidera, oh! This is what we expect from this Brody matchup. I will have to say, though, that GEEK fam definitely walked out of that trade with a better value onto the neutral objective over the kills. I don't want to highlight, though, Kaze. It was very weird that he was able to just flicker out of a petrified Breath of the Ocean. But then I looked back, saw tough boots, and even a shadow flicker from Mr. Beloy. Tough boots first item prioritized by Kaze. Well played. That tenacity will help him so much against a composition like this.
We've seen this meta rise in popularity. Doesn't matter if they have damage. If you pick a hero like the Yeef, you can always still be useful as long as you can output crowd control. And as we say that,
Divine Judgment, taunt to Beloyski. Bye-bye. Good pick off. Set it up by DEWA United. And with this, Watt can just take the gold shield turret. Take a look at the jungle there. A boy caught. Seems like real relation top side has been popped as well. Kadera, not enough damage, not enough items. Appraisal's Wrath, boinking a member, but in the backside, it's Nile finding a kill. It's a 1-for-1.
Man, DEWA United is doing an amazing job just forcing GEEK fam to really fight 5v5, which is not according to their game plan. And with a shift in tempo, they're going to move straight towards the turtle to try and see if they can bully DEWA instead.
Okay, turtle occupied by DEWA. GEEK looking for the contest. Black Dragon form has been popped. Dixon trying to zone out. Remember, it's going to fall to those hands of Lanaya. Good timing. It seems like DEWA United. Beloyski!
Oh!
That's a very awkward
Yeah.
engage. Divine Judgment connected and he gets taken down.
Yeah, he walked into that and we have a pause almost instantly.
Wow.
I believe that might be the reason for the pause. There was a quick reaction by Beloy in the face cam where he was kind of disappointed. I'm looking back at the replay right now to see exactly. Yeah, Beloy, it's unfortunate. I don't know who's this pause is from, by the way, but it might be because of that engage where he just walked in.
Well, that combination, right? A weird moment in the game and a pause. It's definitely not what we want to see in MPL ever. But for the moment, man, look at the fans. They are still here to represent DEWA United, man. Their fan base has been amazing considering the, I don't know, the age of the team, right? It's a relatively new team, but the fan base has been able to match up against the biggest of teams.
And looking at the business side of things, DEWA United really calculated, but still gambling
Yeah, it's
In the way they play?
in the way they run business.
even in the way they run. I mean, that's a fair point, I would say. But on the flip side, man, they are matching up against GEEK Fam. I mean, the fan base from GEEK Fam, I recall yesterday we were barely able to hear each other without with the fans. But here we go. The fans just showing support, enjoying MPL, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss out. Come to the venue if you can.
Chefin in the building.
CITB.
What is that? Chefin in the building.
CITB.
Okay.
Is that a thing now?
CITB.
Make it a thing.
Make it a thing. All right, let's talk a little bit about the man you see on your screen right
Dixon.
here. We made his nickname last week, Big Dixon, right? Because he makes big moments happen in MPL Indonesia, the way he's able to play make for the team. But this game, because he's been bullied so much, because he's been put into a losing matchup, I would say, he has just not been able to utilize any advantages or create any advantages for the team, even with the Black Dragon form earlier. I would say it was mainly Lanaya just out-retrying Nile.
Well, I also feel like the Black Dragon form really seems a bit forced. Usually you see teams really set up first, and then the Black Dragon form will push everyone back. But in these fights, you see Dixon just getting caught initially, taking like half his HP bar and damage, and then going with the Black Dragon form.
It's a DBDF, defensive
DBDF.
Black Dragon form.
We're waiting for the gesture though. Bang! There we go.
That's it. That's the signal.
Back to the land of dawn, ladies and gentlemen, as the game resumes. DEWA and GEEK Fam still.
Oh my, take a look at this. It's a potential invade. It seems like Beloyski will be committed. No, DEWA United, they know better. Seems like, oh, Appraisal's route on towards Beloyski in the backside. It's going to be one member taken out. GEEK Fam with the kill. But it seems like Beloyski now with the flicker will be able to escape. And DEWA United though, it's a turret for a kill.
Look at the other side of the map though. That is Luke just doing what he does best with an aggressive hero. Just trying to be as big of a nuisance as possible. As Dixon tries to stop him, he might be too late though.
And this is exactly what you do against playmaking, team fighting XP laners. You just duel them out of the lane, stay in the lane, and pin the lane down. Take these turrets and punish these active XP laners like Dixon.
As the game goes here, at about 8 minutes, the mid-game power spike will get even bigger, but look at Kadera escaping, but the other member ain't so lucky, man. A boy taken out.
Just like that, DEWA United through pickoffs randomly across the map. They're able to still find these picks despite losing out on these turret takes towards GEEK Fam, who have more map control. They're controlling neutral objectives quite well with a man advantage.
Okay, Lanaya ignoring the turtle. Now health HP. Okay, good zone by DEWA United, but in the mid, Keys pops up the real world manipulation, which Kadera comfortably maneuvers around it to clear the wave. DEWA United controlling fully on the turtle side of things. And GEEK Fam, no answers to this. Perhaps top side will be the only compensation, but DEWA United will be in time to clear the wave, I feel like. No?
Wow, I mean, that's a very decisive move from GEEK Fam as well. So they know that they can't really fight with the AoE, with the crowd control. So they're just pulling away DEWA United and waiting for a moment where they can get a pick off first, perhaps, and maybe really risking it all for an objective that's more critical, like the Lord, for instance.
And now, we'll take a look at the gold difference by UBS Gold. You can see a pretty big difference in the XP lane. Once again, this is what you can expect from a team fighting active XP laner compared to a dual E, wave clear E XP laner in the Paquito versus the Yu Zhong. Paquito staying in lane, clearing the waves, and pushing the pace macro-wise through objective takes. Meanwhile, for Dixon, he's just looking for things on the map right now. And if they aren't able to find these pickoffs...
Oh, Beloyski almost isolated, but he will be committed. Suppression as well connects Nile. Jumps in with Phantom Execution trying to escape, but Beloyski will be the first one to fall. DEWA United now with the Petrify. Kadita will find a kill, almost. But take a look at Luke, top side, all the room he needs to, again, pressure that base turret. But it is still a dub. Luke now looking for an angle, but it seems like GEEK fam, they will have no business in fighting.
Seems like a painful game for DEWA United, man. Every second where the neutral objectives that they can use to bait GEEK fam into a fight, it's just such, it feels like it goes so slowly as GEEK fam just make the maneuvers around the map, and now we have yet another pause. So we can talk about this. Mirko, like, why is GEEK fam just able to do this, man? DEWA have engage tools, but GEEK just seems so slippery.
You gotta love the strategy from GEEK fam coming in all the way from the drafts, man. This has been set in their composition. It's a neutral objective composition. It wants to, go for neutral objectives with the Kadita and the Edith. But if they fail at that, like I said, there's always going to be plan B. There's always multiple dimensions to GEEK fam's game, and this is what we're really seeing from it. Meanwhile, for DEWA, the only real win condition I see is a good pickoff or a good team fight, right? Good dive, good team fight. Boom. You can see from here that they are baiting a lot of these team fights, a lot of these dives, a lot of these pickoffs, and they're finding something else on the map. It's the macro game that GEEK fam are exploiting against DEWA United, a composition that is pretty one-dimensional in their pickoff game, in their team fight game. As long as Beloyski is able to survive for quite a while with that Primal Wrath, it's certain that he can survive for quite a while. With a Flicker as well, buying more time, tough boots, getting out of that suppression faster. It all creates a system where it's just great for split pushes. No one is up there controlling the Paquito. And if anybody gets sent up there, they're going to lose out on the 4v4 for sure against this composition from GEEK fam. So it's always got to be a 5v4, and even then, it'll only be Beloyski usually who gets picked off. Everyone else can disengage very easily.
I mean, even if you use everything to try and get Beloyski of all people, it's still the roamer.
Yeah,
but if they
for
leave
a tier
him,
2.
But if they leave him alone for too long, he will still do a respectable amount of damage with the Primal Wrath as well. So, I mean, it feels like the Edith in the roaming position just makes you have that difficult choice situation. But for DEWA, man, this Kaja pick, we haven't seen it too often so far, and in this game at least, you're not really seeing a lot of high-value Divine Judgments.
You know what? This is why I feel like we're talking about Kaja. It's somehow really fall out of popularity hero list, right? Sure, it sometimes works. It's a good lock. But knowing the compositions now in the meta, where it's all about huge crowd controls, big AoE type, Kaja just, I don't know, I feel like is a lack of that in that department.
Yeah, not really an initiation hero, more of a pick-off, single target hero. I get your concern.
Ulti-reliant.
Ulti-reliant, very. Very ulti-reliant, absolutely.
And I feel like it's difficult right now for DEWA, because even if they do go with and land a Divine Judgment, who is exactly responsible for following up and going for the burst damage? That's usually what we try and identify, but in this composition, everyone essentially does DPS and utility.
Yeah.
So I really feel like the Kaja was meant to be more of a defensive tool, right? Maybe the Paquito gets too close and joins the fight, or the Kadita is waiting for a chance to go for a big combo. They can get punished by the Divine Judgment, but GEEK fam is making it very difficult for DEWA to actually get that chance. So far, we've seen it being used, for the most part, only on Beloyski.
It seems they're back in the game, though. So far, here, we're going to get another bang and go start from our referee.
Yeehaw!
Boom, bang, bada boink, as we go back into the Dawn of Dawn, where a boy has just got taken out.
Okay, let's take a deep breath here, right?
That's a pretty deep breath.
Okay, one kill, but it seems like economy-wise, still GEEK fam here leading. But then again, with a man down, DEWA United will have the have more space to get the Lord. Geek Fam though, will they contest this? Seems like they are moving in closer. But yeah, no connection for team fight.
Right, they were about to just go for a fight without Watt. He was on the top side clearing. Now with 5 members available, Geek Fam's own members have respawned as well. It's back to the dance, and now with the conceal, they are looking for an opportunity.
Seal play.
Finding Nile.
Seems like now the Lord will fall to the hands of Lanaya. Shotgun with the immortality will sandbag, will lose his immortality. Keys will
Luke.
die in the process. Luke in the backside providing damage, but Chaco will fall. It's a 1 for, it's a 2 for 0. But then you go. Dixon falls as well, as this is a disaster. DEWA United, they claimed the Lord, but they lost 3 members.
Losing 3 for the first Lord. I think Geek Fam will take that any day. And this is their chance, man. They're going to try and get everything they can with the death timer still ticking for DEWA United.
These prolonged team fights for Geek Fam are just the key to victory, and the way that they're able to split DEWA up. DEWA are a composition that should work in these team fights, right? They should be able to get much more value than just the loss earlier. Wait a minute, Lanaya jumps in.
Oh, Niall overcommitting, overextending the basic attacks. Oh, real world manipulation though will lock and immobilize him down, and he will fall. Niall almost makes the great escape.
1 member down for Geek Fam, and the Lord is still in play. Geek Fam were unable to actually clear it out. They went for more aggression, and now with the waves pushing in, DEWA, they're just going around the place as 5, knowing that Geek Fam don't really have the same kind of control.
Psycho Fredrin. You can really see it in Lanaya's eyes, man. He's an absolute psycho this game. Just walking up, taking a lot of these objectives, even winning out in most of the retries, if not all the retries so far. And we have to take a look at his items here. Molten Essence into an Anti-Cuirass, into an Athena Shield. Understands there's going to be more burst damage coming in where he needs to just soak in compared to going for the Radiant Armor. Where, again, yes, you take more damage consistently. You can take in more damage consistently. But in this case, I have to agree with him. Against this Kadira, you want to try to survive the onslaught of damage at first. And the Anti-Cuirass, man, looking at Geek Fam, most of their damage, if not all of their damage, will come from skills. Torn Apart Memory, skill 1, Nile even with the Thorn Rose, Phantom Execution. So Lanaya is getting so much value out of these 2 items. That's why he's unkillable.
I mean, he's also 5-0, man. We were talking about Nile being the highlighted jungler, but on the other side, Lanaya wants to show everyone that boy gets pulled.
Flicker onward, real revelation as well. Take a look at the damage that Beloyski is receiving, taught everything. And then finally he falls. Geek Fam without Beloy, they will not engage more in a fight.
Wow, man. DEWA United, their frontliners, like you said, Mirko, are just so unkillable at this point. It feels like Geek Fam can't really take a head-on team fight.
And remember the concern I said in the draft, they need more DPS in their comp. Brody, yes, has DPS, but he's more bursty. He needs those skills to land. And when you bank on everything being skill damage, the Anti-Cuirass gets so much value. At this point, I think he can go for steel leg plates and just play more for the physical defense. But no, Lanaya's built into a Sky Guardian helmet, folks. He knows that he's tanky enough. He doesn't need any more defense traits. All he needs is HP. He has the sustain built in already in his kit. He has the physical, magical, and now he's going to have a ton of HP.
Ooh, look at DEWA just go committing immediately, but they might trade a member for it. Wow, look at Luke though.
Going in, looking for the play.
Okay, real revelation. Luke falls, good kill. But it seems like now the orange buff will be in contest. DEWA United, they got the Lord, though they will lose Dixon. Luke, wow, that's a little bit over committing there. DEWA United now, economy has shifted towards their side.
I mean, that was so desperate for Luke, man. It seems like he really wanted to get something in exchange for this Lord. But now Geek Fam, despite all their tactics, their intelligence, they're really being pushed down by DEWA United, with the Lord marching down as well. You know, expect DEWA to really manage these waves and look for opportunities to just destroy all the structures from Geek Fam.
Geek Fam need to go back to what made their team fights very, very good. Splitting DEWA United up. If it's a front to back that DEWA has been able to make work the past 2 team fights, it's not going to work out for them. They cannot burst Lanaya as fast as DEWA can burst Geek Fam's frontliners.
Okay, base turret bottom side will be taken down. DEWA United full siege. It seems like the Kaja has been proving me wrong. I love it. I love it. And it seems like GEEK Fam now, what will they do with this 2,000 gold lead?
This late in the game, man, the fact that the gold balance has swung means that DEWA has all the control, and GEEK are the ones that have to look for something unless they get caught out first.
Oh, Shaco.
Ooh!
Oh, seems like Voloisky now taking damage. DEWA United, will they be able to find a kill? It seems like not this time.
And you can really see now the value of that Kaja pick. Like you mentioned, Goni, GEEK Fam, they're trying their best to get intelligence, to try and find these targets they can really burst down from DEWA United. But the fact that the Kaja is always waiting on the sides makes it very difficult. You can see them just struggling to match the movement and control.
And now, maybe we can say that earlier, the reason we're not seeing as much impact as we're seeing now for the Kaja is because they were just lacking the damage to burst people down when Shaco gets a Divine Judgment. Now with Watt having his power spike, yeah, everybody's going to be melted down. Not just the backliners, even the frontliners will be melted down by this attack speed build that Watt has went for. And yes, he has everything, even a Windtalker built into his kit. Lanaya, wow.
Okay, jumps in, gets the taunt as well. Nile now with the Endless Battle will deal true damage, but take a look at the backside mini-map. Shaco will be able to shoot a boy out. Voloisky with the onward connected, but no follow-up. Voloisky losing his immortality and practically losing his life as well. DEWA United. Wow, 2,000 gold lead, and take a look at the Lord just in time. It's a 5v4, I don't know. GEEK Fam, can they contest this?
Without a roamer, without the main playmaking tool, that is just so difficult. GEEK Fam might have to gamble for this. If they let go of this Lord, they don't really have the high ground composition to defend it either. You see they're grouping around, looking for a chance.
I don't know about this. They're going to have to look for an in and out. Nile needs to be able to just go in with Phantom Execution, look for that red tree, but DEWA are not letting that happen.
Say Black Dragon form connected. Nile though will be zoned out. Dixon trying to zone a boy out, perhaps looking for a pickoff as well. But that is enough space for DEWA United to complete, connect this Lord. Oh! I was about to say no contest, but Nile proved me wrong. He will be taken out though, but that will be GEEK Fam securing the Lord.
The newest addition to the team has stalled the game for GEEK Fam, but DEWA United, they want more!
Oh my god, Flicker, Divine Judgment connected on towards Luke. Dixon will fall. DEWA United now Watts free hitting in the backside, looking for a kill. Voloisky, oh, aggressive, too aggressive. Voloisky gets taken out. Now it's a 3v4 challenge. Watts, Wind of Nature, good timing. Oh, will have his life. And GEEK Fam gets the Lord, and with a 3-man push, they might get 2 base turrets here.
Shaco, Lanaya, and Keys still available. With a high ground mage, they might be able to defend unless GEEK Fam just cycles their death timers, but that seems like exactly what they're trying to do. If a boy lands a great combo right here, that could be what they need. DEWA United will try and stop it.
Okay, base turret, bottom side will be taken out. DEWA United Esports.
Wow.
They are the ones who were on the offense 3 minutes ago, and it seems like now they are slowly but surely defending.
All right, man. We gotta slow it way down. Let's take a look at the in-game equipment first by Dunia Game, and I want to highlight that Windtalker. No boots for Watt, and that might actually be the reason as to why GEEK Fam were able to catch up against this Claude earlier in the skirmish. Despite a Wind of Nature popped in, Watt wasn't able to run away from these dashes from the Paquito. On top of that, let's talk a little bit about that steal. I think that steal has to be the spotlight. Nile, the hero that GEEK Fam needed at the time, and he definitely came through. Lanaya, he made a mistake. He retreated early. Whether you like it or not, that retreat, man, oh my goodness. Lanaya has been absolute class the entire game, but Nile's showing him that it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of these retreats. He got 1 retreat win, and it's the one that counts, man.
And we already talked about this, man. The later the game goes, who is able to capitalize more? Who is able to have more composure in the middle of all these chaotic moments of the game? And for now, it's going to be GEEK Fam, but DEWA United, with their later composition, late game composition, Keys has finished up the Enchanted Talisman and a Divine Glaive as well. He will be now yet another target that GEEK Fam needs to deal with before they even try and do anything.
the real-time win probability by Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G, it's very deceiving. It's back and forth. Because really, who has the hold in this game? It comes down to the execution. If GEEK Fam can split DEWA United's front-to-back composition, if they can make it messy, just like the steal earlier, then they have a chance to win this game. If they can even use their macro to now push in that far lane up top to look for another base turret to make DEWA split in these positions, it's another win. Meanwhile, DEWA, all they need to do is form a line and go for a team fight.
As long as they don't make a mistake, they will be fine. Nile now still very aggressively trying to make sure he has info. He has a chance to go for a steal yet again. But look at DEWA, man. They are more set up in this Lord Pit. Fortunately, the base turrets from both these teams are still standing. So still going to be a bit of a dance. And now it's GEEK leading it actually. Seems like DEWA are just that bit more tentative. But you can see that Luke already is trying to do his thing on the far side.
This is going to be very tricky for both teams, especially DEWA United,
Shako.
who was ahead. Take a look at Watt and Shako indeed. Good setup. Okay, Lord, we said it
No
here.
Shako.
Shako with the concealed play. Kadera! Perfect targeting with nature. Will it be enough? Both marksman pops the win of nature, but it will be Watt this time. A boy falls as well, as Watt will lose his mortality. But Nile now also loses immortality to the backside though. It will be Beloki trying to tank the damage. One disruption by Nile, and he survives almost. He gets taken out. There's just two members now defending. Luke and Boloy, will they be able to delay this game? 30 seconds is they need to wait for Chidera to be up.
They're still going for it. They're not waiting for the Lord. They go on Luke.
Oh, things are looking bad to worse now. Beloyski defending alone. And it seems like with Edith, you will not be able to defend. DEWA United Esports gets the first game.
DEWA United has pulled off the upset.
Wow.
GEEK Fam, the favorites, has fallen. And now they are behind 1 point in this very exciting matchup.
Watt is staying true to his name. What was that? Woo! He outplayed the entire team. What is real? What?
That is crazy, man. I thought for sure that was over. He was so low. He was getting taken out by two really high burst heroes in the game.